Welcome to the March Middle School Library Orientation. Today you will learn about the library, the rules of the library, and what your responsibilities are as a library user. The library offers you many services, beginning with books. Fiction is organized A through Z by the author's last name. Nonfiction is organized using the Dewey Decimal System, 000 to 999, and will be the real facts and information like animals, biographies, and graphic novels because they are a work of art. Reference books that do not circulate are mixed in with the nonfiction that you can check out. There is no reference section because, again, they are mixed in with all the nonfiction. Of course, we have textbooks for your classes that you can check out when you want or need them. Magazines are for reading in the library only. E-books, short for electronic books, you can read on an electronic device like computers, smartphones, and tablets at school and at home. Our card catalog is on the computer and is called Destiny. This is where you can search for books that we have in our library. You can also log into Destiny to see what you have checked out on your account, place books on hold, and use the research tool called Universal Search. We have a computer lab that you may visit and Chromebooks to use in the classroom.
Destiny! Destiny! No escaping that for me! Destiny! Destiny! No escaping that for me! Destiny!
We have self-service vending machines for pens, pencils, erasers, and mechanical pencils. The machines only take quarters. If the cost is 50 cents, you put in 1 quarter, turn the knob, then put in the second quarter, and turn the knob again. If the item comes in a plastic tube, please return the tube to the librarian to use again. Coming soon at the end of September, there will be a book fair in the library. Library rules begin with how you enter the library. You must enter quietly and line your backpacks up by the door, being careful not to block the doors. If we ever had an emergency and had to exit quickly, we don't want to trip over backpacks. All school rules apply in the library, especially no gum, and hats and hoods come off when you enter. The library is not a lunchroom, so food, drink, and candy are not allowed. While you are in the library, your behavior is expected to be quiet and calm, whispering only so you do not disturb other people trying to read or study. There is no running and no fooling around, so no one is hurt. And before you leave, please pick up trash and push in chairs. The consequences for not following the rules when you are in the library without your teacher is that you will be asked to leave. If you fool around in the library, don't follow the rules, or are disrespectful, you could be banned from using the library during your free time. During a class visit, it could be a referral, detention, or whatever your teacher decides. When books are checked out and returned, it is called circulation. In order to check out a book, you must have a signed library agreement form. In that agreement, you have made a promise to take care of the book, return it, or renew it on time, and if it is lost or damaged, you will pay for it. You need to prevent books from getting damaged in your backpack, so keep it in a plastic bag. At home, keep books away from pets and younger family members. Pets like to chew books, and little kids like to scribble in books. The worst damage to books is liquid and food. With this kind of damage, the book cannot be repaired. If you have to pay for a book, you will have a fine on your account. You will not be able to check out new books or attend school activities, which includes dances. If you move, you need to return books or pay any fines because the fine will follow you to your new school. If you have a fine on your account, when you graduate, you will not receive your diploma until you have paid all of your fines. you may check out 2 books for 2 weeks. If you want the book longer, just ask for the book to be renewed or log on to Destiny and renew it yourself on or before the due date. It is your library and your responsibility to keep the book stacks in order. Before taking a book off the shelf, please use the bookmarker to save the place. Each book has a call number, which is like its address of where it lives on the shelf. If it is put in the wrong place, it becomes a lost book. Always return books to the librarian at the computer to be checked in. If the librarian is out, you may return the books at the drop box. It is easiest to check out a book using your ID. If you do not have one, are waiting for one, or lost it, you may use an old ID or your last name. To make checking out books faster, it is best to hold on to your old book, find your new one, and bring them both to the computer at the same time. If you are not returning a book, have your ID ready, or be ready to spell your last name. It is very important to make sure you get your book scanned at the computer for checkout before you leave the library. The first ID you receive is free. You can purchase a replacement in the library at the cost of $3. It will be ordered and takes about 1 week for it to arrive. If you have an overdue book, you will receive a phone call from our automated phone service. When you get the call, you must either return the book or renew it before it is too late. You can renew the book even if you don't have it with you. There is no excuse for an overdue book because the date is stamped in the front of the book and the librarian also tells you the date. Plus, your class is on a 2-week schedule for visiting the library and you can write the date in your academic organizer. After the 3rd week a book is overdue, the book will be set to lost and there will be a fine on your account. It is your responsibility to know where the book is. When a book is returned, it is cleaned and checked for damages. The librarian will be looking for new damages that is not normal wear and tear. This includes scribbling, writing, cutting, liquid, food, pet damage, and if the barcode is torn off. If it is damaged, that means you did not take care of the book. Minor damages will be repaired. If it cannot be repaired, charges for the damage can be $5, half the cost of the book, or the full cost of the book. If a book has old damage, you are not responsible for it. There will be a note in the front of the book stating what the damage is. If you check out a book with chargeable damage, like liquid or food, and there is no note, you have 3 days to let the librarian know, or you will be held responsible. The worst damage is liquid because eventually it will get moldy and can make you sick. Keep your book in plastic bags to make sure it stays free of liquid and crumbs in your backpack. We do not want to lose a book and we do not want to have to charge you. Textbooks in the classroom need to be used for many years and by many students. You are not allowed to mark in them or damage them in any way. Damages of this type are done on purpose and it is called vandalism. If you are caught damaging classroom textbooks, you will be charged. The textbooks are expensive and cost from $70 to $100. Before you can use the computers or Chromebooks in the lab, classroom, and library, you must have a signed network agreement. In this agreement, you have made a promise to use the computers for your education only. You promise not to use personal email, visit Facebook, chat rooms, and YouTube, or any inappropriate sites. You may not play games, videos, or music unless it is part of the classroom instruction. The computers in the library are for card catalog, ebooks, and Destiny tools only. There is no surfing and no games. If you have a class project and need to use the internet, you have to ask the librarian first for permission. You can use a flash drive to transport work from school to home, or better yet, create work in your Google Drive. Breaking the computer rules usually means you lose your computer privileges. Finding a book is easy if you can count and know your ABCs, which I'm sure you are all experts at. First, you search for a book on the card catalog. Check to see if it is available or checked out. Write down the call number. The call number is found on the spine of all the books and on the computer in the card catalog record. Write down the numbers and letters. It will be just letters for fiction books. Then follow the numbers and letters on the end markers on the stacks and then on the spines of the book. Reference books have a prefix REF before the call number, and fiction paperbacks located on the wheel end in PBK. The library is open from 7:15 a.m. to 3:45 p.m., and that includes before and after school. We will be open some lunchtimes depending on class schedules. If you want to come at lunch and you see that there is a class in the library, you can only come in to return or renew a book, check out a textbook, purchase pencils, or ask a question. You may not come in to find books, use the computer, or sit at the tables. When you come in to use the library during your free time without your teacher, you will need to sign in. When you come as a class, your teacher will have a class roster so we know who is in the library. You sign in at the circulation desk, so in case there is ever an emergency, we will know who is in the library. All the rules will be the same. Backpacks get lined up by the door, making sure not to block it. You must enter quiet, stay quiet, and leave quiet. Remember, the consequences for breaking these rules is that you will be asked to leave. The last bit of information for now is about logging into Destiny. Everyone's username and password is almost the same as your Chrome login. Username is the beginning part of your Valverde email ending just before the @ sign. Remember to read signs and ask questions to become expert library users. Now for a quick tour of Destiny, then you can search for a book to check out.